to Finding Calm in the Chaos. I am Denise Sith, and this is my podcast. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Finding Calm in the Chaos. I am Denise, and we're rolling with another Wednesday. It is literally, we have one more episode in August, and we're rolling into September already. September, the burr months. You wouldn't know it because it's like 100 freaking degrees outside, and I know that there have been tons of states getting this heat wave, but we're in the Midwest, so we should be exempt from that. So we don't like being this hot and sweaty. Just saying. I know everybody will be bitching about it, but the first time that it snows, everybody will say, "Why isn't it warm outside?" Because that's also a Midwest thing. You hate the summer, and then when it's too hot, you want snow. And when it snows and you can't get out of your driveway, you want it to be hot again. Welcome to the Midwest. Anyway, today we're going to talk about basically taking responsibility or reclaiming responsibility for your own happiness. Because I'm going to be really honest with you guys. I am freaking miserable. I'm just not a fan of sharing my home. I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm trying to be as honest as I can with the two people that I'm talking about sitting in the bedroom upstairs. Right? I'm recording this episode literally at almost 9 o'clock the night before it is going to be published, which is very unlike me. You know, I usually try to keep on these a couple weeks ahead of time. But I have just been running around like a crazy person. And I know we have co-ops and stuff happening, but, you know, in all honesty, I think I'm making things to do so that I'm not here. There's that. But listen, there was a Harris poll that reported that only 33% of Americans describe themselves as very happy. That was in 2015. I tried to find a more recent one, and I couldn't find one, probably because that number is lower. And they thought it was pathetic, so they didn't want to publish it. So does that mean that not all happiness is equal, right? Assuming that there's like different grades of happiness, right? How can we go from minimal short-term happiness to long-term happiness, right? Which, you know, apparently equates to, you know, being very happy. I'm guess. So basically like short-term happiness would be like, a thin form of happiness, right? You got a new job, because it's going to be, you're only happy for a reason, right? You got a new job, you got a new relationship, you bought a new car, you got a divorce, right? Therefore you're happy. And you know, happiness is not something that's permanent. There's a lot of emphasis with like self-help gurus and, you know, the MLM world's like, choose happy, you know, even like Tony Robbins and them, you know, you should only be miserable for like, what is it, like 6 seconds, or I don't know. I don't know what he says, how long, but you're supposed to take that very small increment of seconds. And that's the only time you can be crabby. And then you just have to choose happy, or there's something wrong with you. And in all honesty, that's a bunch of bull crap. Let's be honest, okay? Because what happens if you don't like the new job that you just got, right? What happens if you got like a crappy new boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, you know? That initial happiness is probably going to fade quicker, right? Than you had anticipated. That's short-term happiness, right? But being very happy, on the other hand, is where happiness can survive, you know, little things like that, you know, work drama, stuff like that, you know, a crappy first date. And it doesn't mean that people, like very happy people, are blindly accepting whatever's happening to them. I used to think that, in all honesty, because I've been struggling with the happy. But on the contrary, I think that people who are super happy, right? They're usually the first to initiate a change in the circumstance, right? Especially if they feel they've done everything they could to aid the repair of a certain situation. You know, they're, I mean, what are tools that are accepted now as like things that help solidify your happiness? Meditation, devotional, gratitude exercises, whatever works for you in your lifestyle, those things are there for you, these tools, right? But I wanted to present kind of some less obvious action steps that we can use now to go from short-term to long-term happiness. Because I think that they're truly, I really need to start like facilitating these in my house, because it's really taken a toll on my health. So the first one I think is don't be so easily discouraged by unfavorable circumstances, right? Which I'm totally in one right now, completely, right? Because we usually see with time that life circumstances aren't always bad as they look, right? Or sometimes even as good as they seem. Because despite what strange things happen, remember that life has this way of turning out for the best. And instead of being guided solely by outside circumstances, like you need to really consider what you're feeling in your heart and practice like making your final decisions based on like your inner voice, right? What you're truly feeling about stuff. And I think that that's something that I really need to lean back on, that I've kind of like just swayed away from. The second one is something that I have huge issues with, and you guys are all going to laugh, but it's let go of control. Because one of my favorite internet memes is, don't worry, nothing is in control. Yeah. Oh, that's like literally like a nail scratcher for me. There's very little that any of us are in control of, let's be honest, okay? Because even our minds are on autopilot for pretty much the whole day. Our minds are amazing things, right? And practicing, let the chips fall where they may, and accepting people as they are. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't have expectations, right? Because we all do. But when they are not met, right? And we all know this happens more often than not. Try to adjust your expectations to accommodate the reality of the situation. And that's what I'm doing here, because I'm not having control of anything in my house right now. So it's just a situation. I'm getting like freaked out right now because I'm hearing my stairs behind me like creaking, but I don't know. Mr. Sith is always like creeping up on me and stuff. He does that kind of crap, but I don't like when people are in the room when I'm speaking, because I feel like it interrupts my flow and my progress. So basically, let go of control. That is number 2. Number 3, increase your adaptation energy. I know it sounds really weird, and people sometimes don't like the whole energy thing, but I truly believe this. And once I started like delving into it a little bit, it made much more sense to me, in general, that if you have a really poor energy, you're going to kind of get that in return. But since change is a common thread in like pretty much all aspects of our life, one of our greatest assets can be our ability to adapt to change. Without being able to adapt, we stay reliant on these external factors that are going in our favor, which basically is a setup for a majority of the pain that we're going to experience in our lives, in all honesty. Because although breakups and divorces and loss and health challenges and life challenges are reality for most people, we have to try our best to be adaptable at our utmost best, right? The utmost degree, if we want to increase our happiness. I'm working on that because my energy is poop right now. It is poop. I'm not going to lie. And it's a struggle bus. You know how they say everyone's like, God, we haven't heard from you, Denise. Like, we just haven't heard from you. Are you, hey, if you haven't heard from me, it's because I'm on the struggle bus and I'm literally just driving it by myself without even holding like the steering wheel anymore. It's pretty much what I'm doing. Number 4, right? How to reclaim responsibility for your own happiness. Number 4, stop looking at people or situations as the source of your happiness. Okay. Ding, 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 ding. This is huge. Okay. Because as many of us have kind of realized by now, the you complete me approach to love is pretty much unsustainable. And Hollywood is full of crap because no person can make you happy, right? Nor can you make someone else happy, right? You can't, you know, how you try, oh, I tried. I thought if we did this, no, it's not. Stop. Because instead of looking to get happy from a person or a job or something, right? Something, you have to view relationships or jobs as outlets for the happiness you have to have inside, and instead focus on how you can give more happiness, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, just stop seeking it from elsewhere and just seek how you can provide it outwardly, which is why, again, I go with the lead phrase, my motto this year, and my life, I guess it would be my life motto, is lead with kindness. I'm trying super hard, like super hard. We're going to take a break. So we're talking about ways to reclaim responsibility for your own happiness. Stop looking outwardly. But we're going to take a brief pause from our sponsor, and I'll be right back. Hello, friends. Today's episode of Finding Calm in the Chaos is sponsored by another family-owned small business. Dare Universe was founded by Rick and Janine Mason in 2022 after years of hashing around the idea of opening up their very own store that facilitates and helping you connect with your mind, body, and soul. Based out of Sanford, Florida, right here in the USA. They take great pride in being able to provide a great selection of merchandise for every budget. Dare Universe is a high-quality, personalized experience, not like those cheap big box or mass world delivery sites. Their mission is connecting you to your higher self. They carry a large selection of high-quality and authentic items and services like sage sticks, chakra balancing, intention candles, essential and chakra oils, over 90-plus incense scents to choose from, crystals, bracelets, manifestation kits, and teas. You all know that I'm all about finding calm in the daily chaos of life. I use Dare Universe for that little extra something that helps bring me to a calmer self. Check out Dare Universe at www.dareuniversellc.com, and you can get $5 off your order using the promo code Finding Calm in the Chaos. Again, take a look at Dare Universe at www.dareuniversellc.com and find the calm in your chaos. Hey. I know we're back, and before we jump back into the ways that we are reclaiming responsibility for our own happiness, I do want to thank Dare Universe again for the amazing collaboration that we have done for the Finding Calm in the Chaos Manifestation Kit. You guys, it's so pretty, and it has an amethyst stone, a black tourmaline, a citrine, a sodalite, a lavender sage stick, and a Palo Santo stick. You can get $10 off the kit by using Calm in the Chaos Kit as a promo code. I also have it on my Linktree, and it's just pretty even to put like on a decorative plate or in a dish, and just have it around a desk or on a table for just showing. It's just pretty. It's so pretty. Go check it out. Okay, I'm talking about 7 ways that you can kind of reclaim happiness. The first one was not to be easily discouraged by unfavorable circumstances. Number 2 was let go of control. Number 3 was increase your adaptation energy. 4 was cease to, sorry about that, guys. I forgot where I left off, and I'm sure they're going to talk over me now. But so we were talking about number 4, cease to look at people or situations as a source of your happiness. Okay. Okay, so I'm super frustrated right now because even though I said I needed 25 minutes to record a podcast, 13 minutes in, people are creeping down the stairs. I'm going to breathe and I'm going to reclaim my happiness because I can only change how I respond to that. And although it's still incredibly damn frustrating because this is my house and this is my job and nobody ever takes me seriously anyway, there's nothing I've taken more seriously than my son and this podcast in the last 8 years. So it's just important to me that I deliver this information to you guys and it's done in a professional manner. So until I have my own studio or I am alone in my own house again, I'm going to have to apologize for any of the background noises that Mr. Sith cannot get out or people randomly, people as in my parents randomly talking over me while I'm recording. So I apologize again. Here we go. Reclaiming responsibility for you gotta laugh. You gotta laugh, peeps. Reclaiming responsibility for your own happiness, accept others. Wow, didn't this just fall in place at the right time? Because this one seems a little too obvious to mention, right? But we all pretty much fall to criticism and judgment. We all do. Okay, we succumb to that big time. And if you look close enough, everyone has flaws, but everyone also has virtues. I'm still looking for my dad's, but we're going to hold on that. Start with you. There you go. I'm sorry. It's not possible to accept yourself without increasing your ability to accept others. And this is the thing for me, right? You need to learn to detect more of the beauty within your perceived flaws, and you will dramatically increase your ability to see the best in others, which will result in increased happiness. And this is a huge one for me right now because having them here has brought up so many past childhood traumas that I am reliving a ton of stuff because I literally tiptoe in like on eggshells in my own house right now. Because I'm just waiting for all of those old traumas to come up. And at the same time, make sure that I let little Denise know that like I'm not little Denise anymore and we don't need to feel that way as an adult in our own house. But I'm telling you, it is a struggle, my friends. It is a struggle and it is a constant work in progress. And that's okay. I was going to beat myself up over this, but I just can't, right? I just can't. This is a test for me. I really, truly feel this is a test to see how all of the things that I've learned can be implemented into this situation to get me out unscathed or less scathed than my childhood. Do you know what I'm saying? So there are things you got to take these things and use it so that you can have an end result that will increase your happiness. Protect your integrity as your most valuable possession. When you live as though happiness comes from money, relationships, acquisitions, right? You'll be more willing to compromise your integrity in order to succeed and achieve. Okay? Listen to that. Okay? I'm going to say that again. When you live as though your happiness comes from money, relationships, things, right? You are more willing to compromise your integrity in order to succeed and achieve. But not being able to sleep at night because you did something out of alignment with your moral compass is pretty much terrible for sustained happiness. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much a go-to, right? I think it was Lincoln, right? That said, when I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. Peeps, it doesn't get much simpler than that. Like truly, like boom, mic drop there at Lincoln. And here's something, live from a state of abundance, because the opposite of abundance is scarcity, which is the negative, right? And you may not have a lot of material success, But if you practice embodying this attitude of abundance, you will naturally become more generous and compassionate with others, which then will reciprocate to greater happiness within you. You know what I'm saying? It seems so easy, but it's so not. But these are just steps that we can all take. And I'm really struggling with this right now. So I figured if I'm struggling with it, I know somebody's got to be, right? Might even be you. I don't know. But I just want you to know that you're not alone and that it's okay to feel these ways. And it is possible to reclaim responsibility for your own happiness. And I'm going to leave it at that this week. Short and sweet, peeps. Until next week, as usual, lead with kindness.